Okay, here we are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My ladies from Zimbabwe, good morning, good afternoon. And to our audience, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We are coming again with another beautiful Saturday live. I have with me in the studio Barbara and Rudo, and who is it?
Rujeko.
At the moment, Rujeko will be coming in a short while. To introduce us, I think you already know us. We are the ladies from Zimbabwe, and we are in a digital business that is changing lives. We come here on Saturdays with a topic that is interesting and that is hot. Today, we decided to tackle a very important aspect of life. Life after work. After work is talking about two things. This is after retirement, or after your job is finished, or after you leave your job, or after you have been made redundant. Life after that period that you think you have been productive in the work environment. What do we do? How is it? We are touching those very sensitive aspects of how you fund your life after work life. My ladies here have very important experiences to share. We are tackling real life issues here. So I want to ask Barbara to tell us about work, life after work. It can be about retirement. It can be about being made redundant. It can be about choosing to leave formal work life. Do you have a story for us, Barbara?
Oh, yes, I do. Hi, thanks, Doc Phil.
Hi.
My name is Barbara. I'm a mother of 3. I'm a registered nurse and currently working and loving my job, but just discovered this passion in digital business and I'm loving it. Oh, the story of working and life after working. Actually, from my experience, I worked for many years in Zimbabwe as a nurse. And when I decided to try the greener pastures, I resigned and moved to Australia, where I am. I've been here since 2001. And I couldn't get anything. I couldn't get my pension. I tried, but I ended up getting a letter saying I absconded. Apparently, I don't know what happened with my resignation letter, such that they thought I absconded. I didn't want to fight for it because I thought it was not worth it. So that part of life is gone, and I've nothing really to say. I've got a pension which I take from what I've done in the service for the time I worked in Zimbabwe. I started here. Then here there's a super, and I'm hoping it will really contain and keep me going in old age. But just saying that, I'm happy with this business. Because of the digital business, I think I'm going to leave a legacy for my children, for my family, for my grandchildren. Because now there's light at the end of the tunnel. That when I retire, I'm giving myself 5 years maximum. Then 2. Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm very, very thankful for your story, Barbara. And I think many of us identify with this story. Let me ask you just one question. How long had you been working, and did you really live with zero?
Oh, I actually left with zero, my sister. $0.
And how long have you been working?
Oh, it was more than 20 years because I qualified in 1988 and I left in 2001.
Thank you.
So
20 years of hard work and coming out of that with nothing to help you even to bridge the gap between leaving the work and starting a new life. Thank you so much. Viewers, please take note of these things we are talking about. They are very important. Today, it is us sharing these stories, and I know that many of us, they share the same stories or even more grave ones. Thank you. Rujeko, what do you have to tell us about life after working?
Okay, I'm so sorry I dropped out, so I'm not sure where we are at, but I will share a little bit of my experience, not really my experience, but through my mom.
Okay.
So myself, my name is Rujeko, based here in Australia. And my mother, at the time she's passed on, my mother actually worked for Air Zimbabwe for a very long time. She was very loyal. And at the time that my mom worked for Air Zimbabwe, it was still, one of the best. Can we mute? Can somebody mute?
That's me.
Okay, I think we need you to mute. While we...
I don't see the muting button. Where do I find it?
I can help you to do that. You got it? Okay, awesome. Yeah, so my mom worked for 18 years. She was very loyal with Air Zimbabwe. And back then, Air Zimbabwe was a very, very, very good company to work for in Zimbabwe. But unfortunately, towards 2000, my mom actually fell ill and she passed on. And I think one of the most painful memories I still have during the passing on of my mom is, my family at the time, my mom's sisters and brothers, they hoped that something substantial would come out, for my mom that could actually sustain myself and my two brothers, whether it would be just to get us through school, or whether if it would just even be just for one person, to get either myself as the firstborn or even just my last born brother through school. But in all honesty, it's sad to know that there was really nothing substantial that came out. There was a payout that came out, but it didn't even manage to cover for air tickets, because the plan at the time for me back then in 2000 was firstborn. You know how it is back then. A lot of people were flying outside and going to the UK. And the plan at that time was at least for myself, to be flown out of the country so that I can work and I can be able to support my brothers. Fortunately enough, my mom had actually done, I don't know if you heard of bad investments back then, where you would the money would grow quickly, but that business has since gone bust. But back then, that's where they used to invest. So that's actually the money that was actually used, to take me out of the country. So can you imagine a renowned company, which was, then, it was public, everything was good about Air Zimbabwe. But after 18 years, my mom had nothing. So it's sad, you work all your life, you are loyal to build somebody else's business. But what do you get after that? That's the big question. So that's my part of my story. Yeah. Dr. Phil.
Thank you very much, Rujeko. Thank you so much for that touching story. We are talking about life after work. And these are experiences, real life experiences. We are opening up this topic so that people who are working can think. And in a later session, we are going to bring you the solution that we found, which is so very helpful. But for now, let us talk our stories and just learn from each other. Rudo, can you tell us your story about experiences with life after work as far as the financial aspect is concerned? Thank you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. My name is Rudo. I'm sure you all know me. I am from Switzerland and originally I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm a mom of 3 and currently I am taking care of my kids at home. So my background is in business and administration. I worked for over 10 years in a very big company back in Zimbabwe. It's a manufacturing company, well known, and like almost everyone who is working in that field of plumbing, the field of manufacturing, production, all those, they would also envy to be part of that company because it is really good and performs very well even on the stock exchange. So my story is that when I worked for 10 years, I did not anticipate that I was going to stay that long at that company, but because of the stability that I was getting from it, and also the economic challenges that was going on in the country, I could not even settle for another job. So I just said to myself, I was happy and everything that I was doing was going on well. Even on my career development and personal development, I was going on a very good pace. So that's why I stayed at that company for that long. But the time came when I needed to resign for other greener pastures. When I resigned, I actually thought maybe I was going to get something substantial, something that was going to help me to start something for myself, maybe building a business out of that money. But shockingly, what I got as a package when I resigned, it was something you would not believe. And it was during that time again in during 2017, 2018, when we're going through multiple currency structures in our country. And it was coming from Zim dollar to US dollar and all that. So shockingly, what I got isn't what I was expecting. And that was the reality of my life. I couldn't even buy. What I managed to do with the money is just to buy my kids pizza. That's all I could manage. That's all. For all the 10 years I've worked for that company, I only got money good enough for me to just treat my family, to say, you know what, thank you so much for the support you've given me during this whole entire 10 years of seeing me waking up very early and denying you all this time to myself and going up and down to go and work just to bring you this pizza after 10 years. So, well, of course, there were other benefits that I got out of them, which is something else, but they were on me, but not part of what I got as a package. So what I'm saying is we have to think of our future, even in our comfort zones, even in our comfort environments.
Thank you.
Think of those issues. What is your life going to be after working for that company? Look for do your research, do your due diligence, and you see that it's not serving your future plans, or if it's not going to be serving you in the near future, it's time to look for something else that will at least give you happiness in the end. So that's my story. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rudo. Thank you for that very clear story. It resonates with me. It resonates with a lot of us here on the live, but also for our viewers out there. These stories, they are real life stories. We keep telling you from here that we are real people. And we come out to do these lives so that you see us alive. Of course, we cannot touch each other, but we bring ourselves to you. Thank you for those 3 wonderful stories. They are very revealing about life after work. I will tell my own story. I could talk about 2 stories, but first I talk about my father. He was a teacher and worked for 65 years and above. I don't know, maybe 67. I don't know exactly. And he was an excellent teacher. He was loved and he was dedicated. Of course, with all the economic upheavals in Zimbabwe, my father's pension today is about $50 a month. $50 a month. And you used the over 40 years of your life serving the children, serving the government, serving, I don't know who else you serve. I am an educator too, and I know what that means to be giving yourself to children of the nations. That is the one story. The other story is that I was working very good myself in a good development work, and with a good earning as well. When you are working, you don't, sorry, that's me. Can somebody take over from there until they finish drilling?
No, carry on.
Okay, so when you are working and you are earning your money month by month, month to month, you don't think much that you need to save up or to invest. You think, I only need to get to the end of the month so that the next amount of money comes. Sorry, guys.
Okay, you can mute yourself. I actually was, I was feeling like I really also wanted to share on recently a very sad story that happened here in Australia. A colleague of ours actually passed away last week in my workplace so suddenly, and it was really sad, and it's really touching, and it's touched a lot of people in my team at work. And the saddest part of this is this lady was committed. She had been working with this organization for nearly 20 years. And it's so unfortunate that she was an elderly lady. She was in her late 50s. But it's so sad that she actually committed suicide. And I think the saddest part about this, what really breaks my heart, is this story is real. It's here in Australia. Have we done anything as a company, even just to get together to remember her? Nothing. What has she got, after this sad story? Just her payout, her leave entitlements, her sick entitlements. After 20 years, nothing. And I'm talking of a white lady here in Australia. And it also got me thinking, so after all said and done, the way I've worked so hard to finish my nursing, Barbara, you know how hard we work to hold on to our registration. But is that all that I'll just get these entitlements? Nothing else. It's quite sad. It's quite sad.
Good. So I'm back. Let me just finish my story before they start what they are doing upstairs. So anyway, I was saying, when you're working and you're earning, you don't think about the future. So it happened that all of a sudden I got sick, unwell, and I could not work anymore. I had to leave work. I had to go back to Germany for healing, which was something I thank God for. But that period when I was healing and I was looking at my bank statements falling and falling and falling, and nothing is coming in anymore, this was painful. This was very painful. And the thought I had was, what if I cannot go back to work anymore? What will be my end? This bank amount is going down very fast, by the way. And I don't have anything else set aside. So it got me thinking and wanting desperately an option, a solution to this problem. And I wanted also all the women out there to find the time to think about the future, the time to set up another source of income that is not just the work that we do. So lucky enough, during that illness of mine, I got in touch with this digital business as a way to solve a problem. This comes now as our second part of the live today. Thanking you all for your stories, for your experiences, for touching memories and happenings of what we get into if we don't prepare for them. Now, let us go now into the second part of our discussion today, where we are talking about the digital business. You know us as the digital business lady. What is this digital business bringing us as a solution to life after work? How does our digital business help us to be a safety net for us when our work life is over? Does it help us to solve all those problems that you have been talking about here, or does it not? I want us to talk very openly and what we see, what potential we have in the business from the financial part of the story, so that our viewers out there, we are bringing them a solution to a problem we have very clearly discussed. So again, in the same order, Barbara, do you want to take it first and tell us how the digital business is bringing a solution to our financial situations after the work life?
Thanks, Dr. Phil. Oh, yes, this digital business is really doing for us, especially for me, towards the end of finishing to work, like financial independence, so that you plan for early retirement and you can have time with your children and time to catch up with traveling. So with this digital business, because it's so flexible, you can work anywhere as long as you've got your mobile phone, your Wi-Fi, or your data bundles. If you are talking in African language, then you will be able to work, and then you will be able to leave a legacy for your children and for yourself, so that you retire early and you don't have to stress, like Rujeko was saying, being a shift worker, like a nurse. You work 12 hours on your feet and we end up working 3 to 4 days a week to make ends meet and try to get extra shifts as well. So, but because of this digital business, I've actually cut down on the number of days I work. I'm now only working very smartly 3 days a week, and I've got time to do my digital business. And I'll be doing things I enjoy doing. I like doing the garden. I like going for walks, and I like meeting with friends for lunches and coffees. So I've got more time now because of this digital business. I can do things I love to do and still earning an extra income, which will make my life less stressful. Because like we're hearing from Rucheko's colleague, where people get so depressed, end up taking their lives. So it's kind of like rejuvenating to think that there's this business which can really be a fallback, a side hustle. You know, it's something I love doing. And I'm hoping some of the girls, some of the ladies, wherever you are watching us from, you can just have a taste of it and see if it's for you. Because you never know, you might be like us and you enjoy it and keep going with it and plan an early retirement and plan more traveling and leave a legacy behind, so that we won't be saying, oh, I never got anything when I finished my work. You have got your work package and you've got your side hustle package. They all complement each other.
Thank you. Thank you, Barbara. May I give you a follow-up question? Are you telling us that with the digital business, you actually have a financial benefit that is going to be able to sustain you after work? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. There's a financial benefit, which will make my life easier. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That is a solution that we are bringing to you, and from Barbara's own words, the digital business can bring you a substantial financial benefit that will help you after retirement or after you have left your workplace. Thank you. Rujeko, can you tell us how this digital business will be a support after work or after retirement?
So with the story that I shared in regards to my mom, having not had much left for herself, I think for me, the digital business has actually, the reason why, I started is because of the potential that the passive income that I'll be earning, it's actually an income that can be passed on to my children. My children will benefit for that. So for me, yes, like Barbara has said, I'm creating a side hustle for myself with my name tag. But the biggest advantage is I actually have the opportunity to leave a legacy for my children. Unlike now, I'm a registered nurse. I can't leave registered nurse, as a legacy to it will be gone. When I finish with this profession, when I'm gone, that's it. That's all my children will have and they'll remember. But at least I have a chance now. Yes, I'm working on my profession, but I'm going to leave something, tangible, for my children, that they can actually benefit as well. So this is a solution that it has brought in my life, the potential to leave a legacy for my kids.
Thank you, Rujeko. I like very much what you are saying. Can I ask you two questions?
Mm-hmm,
you will leave a legacy. Is your legacy in the form of the business itself, or is your legacy in the form of the money that the business is allowing you to get through the business?
Okay, so it's actually in the form of the money that both actually, I can say. The business itself, it's transferable under my children's name, right? And then number two, the money, the bonuses that I'm going to be getting, at a certain point, I'll be receiving just, bonuses. These bonuses is what actually my children are going to be benefiting. It's the money that the business will start to accumulate and start to make, that not only will I enjoy, but it is also something that my children are also going to be enjoying as well.
Thank you.
I hope that's clear. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Rudo, would you take it over there, from there, and tell us about what the digital business is providing to you as a solution to the life after work? And could you elaborate on the bonuses? I want to ask from you if you can put figures to
Okay.
all this and keep it up for us so that our viewers know what we are talking about.
Okay, thank you. So following up from my personal story that I just shared previously, I was looking for a solution to the pains that I suffered during my 10-year period when I was working for someone else and building their legacy and their empire, not even doing anything for myself, nothing for my children, nothing for that I will say this is all mine and nothing in my name. So I was looking for a solution, so for a plan, a business that I would do and build and actually transfer it to my kids, or a business that was going to benefit me as an individual, be it maybe getting financial benefits that will help me build something else, maybe build a real estate agent, or maybe building a business that will help even employing other people. This is giving back to the community. So this is what I was looking at, and I got just exactly what I was looking for. So coming back to your question, you said in terms of figures, what exactly is the potential of this business? So for
Yes.
this business, you just need an average of 1 to 3 years to work for your business and actually reach at a stage where you start earning residual income from as much as 5,000 up to a figure that you cannot even imagine, maybe up to 30,000. You get those figures. They'll come in bonuses and residual is passive income that will still come whether you making active sales or you're not, you still get it. So imagine building a business that you will earn from it passively, unlike working for someone else and hoping that one day you will come out with something and to your surprise you come up with something that's not even enough to sustain the rest of your future or the rest of your life. So in this business you get benefits like if you work hard enough in your business, you will reach at a certain level where you earn passive income from 5,000. And this, we're talking about 3 years. Imagine working for only 3 years. This is a business that we are talking to you about, that you work only sometimes as a side hustle, 2 to 3 hours of your day. Imagine you're going 8 to 4 or even working after hours, dedicating your spare time, this time that you're supposed to spend with your family, still working hard to build that business. And at the end of the year, at the end of maybe when you decide to retire at 55 or 60 years, you come up with nothing, and your residual, you've heard Dr. Phil shared about how much her dad is getting as pension, $50, working for over 30 years in a public service environment or in a public service department, but still get that little money that cannot even sustain yourself. Talking about a day-to-day living expensive, it's not even enough to take care of you. But we're saying in this business, I'm working in this business, I'm building a legacy, I'm building my business here in Switzerland, because that's where I'm living right now. But I may choose to go back and retire back at home, and I'll still carry back my 5,000 residual income that I'm getting from this business and use it at my retirement age, at my retirement time in Zimbabwe. You can only imagine what 5,000 can do for you in an African country, not even talking about in a European country. European country, still you can survive with 5,000. It's okay. You can live with that 5,000, but talk more about, living in Africa with 5,000. It's a lot of money. So we're talking about a business that has a potential to give you a good life. So that's all I'm saying. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Rudo. Thank you for that, for those insights into the business. You actually gave us figures that I had asked for. Thank you. 5,000 up to 30,000. You didn't tell us if 5,000 is per year or per month, or in what period of time are we talking about this 5,000 and this 30,000? This range, 5,000 to 30,000 per what?
So this 5,000 or 30,000, you get it monthly, straight to your account. You get it monthly. You can do anything with that money. It doesn't come in form of bonds or anything. It comes in forms of real cash that you can use to do anything in your account and monthly.
Thank you so much, Rudo. You said something very important. You want to work hard for 2 to 3 years, maybe longer, depending on how much time you are putting into your business. But this is the potential. This is the best case scenario. Work hard 2 to 3 years, and then you are building a business that will be able to give you 5,000 to 30,000 per month. Well, that kind of blows my mind off. But this is the potential that I saw, and I said, I will give it a try. I will get onto this business. And because of this potential, we are opening this information for our viewers so that they also see how important it is to join this business and be part of it, and also build better lives for tomorrow, for the days after the work life. I told you I was unwell and I was looking, and this business came to me because I was looking online. What work can I do online when I'm not feeling too good enough to be in a formal office and working the normal way? And this digital business came up. I looked at it and I read everything. I verified. I called people. I emailed people. I said, "Is this true?" They took me to websites where they allowed me to see people posting their joys when they received their money from their hard work in the business. And once I saw that, I said, okay, it is real. I remember even calling one of the people who had posted a very new post, very touching, very happy, surprising. I said, is this real? She called me back, and we had a good discussion when she was giving me her experiences of how successful she was in the business. My God, she could not even talk because of the joy that she had. I thought, okay, I join. Okay, so we allow you to do your background checks. You look into the business, you ask for the legalities, you ask people who are in it, and that's why we come live, so that you can also ask us, what is this digital business about, and why is it important for us, and why do we stay in it? Why do we come here every single Saturday to talk about the digital business? There is good in it, and this good, today we talk about one of them. Prepare for your future. Prepare for the days when you are no longer working. Any eventuality can happen, okay? You can be very well today working and thinking of nothing. Tomorrow you cannot wake up from your bed. I don't wish that on anybody, but it is a reality and it is an eventuality. The real thing is the pension, the retirement, if you are planning on your pension and your retirement. In many countries, we don't have retirement plans. We don't have retirement packages. We don't have the government looking for us and giving us retirement packages or social security. So you got to think about it for yourself and find what works. This digital business is an option, not only for us, but for you also. And for me specifically, for all the working women. If you are working, you still have the money to be able to join this business and build your own business. So, ladies out there who are viewing us, we have an opportunity. And the ladies who are here, Rujeko, Barbara, Rudo, I want to thank you so much. Thank you so very much for being here. And ladies, continue doing your business. You are doing great. I love to see your posts on Facebook and in our group. It's all very encouraging. Could you say something, last words to our viewers? Yes, Barbara?
Thank you. I would just say, someone out there, just click on the website and you can be in the business with us. We are so welcoming, supportive, lots of support, mentors, coaches, and the training is amazing.
Yeah, that is true. Thank you so much. The training is complete. It is so complete. You can just work with the training and you get everything 100%. Rujeko, could you say a final word to our viewers, please?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Phil. Thank you so much, Barbara, Rudo, for everything that you have shared. I just want to encourage our audience that, yes, definitely the way we operate the business is through the link. If you want to know more, if you have so many questions, the answer is actually in our Access pre-coaching videos. This is where you're going to do all the learning, the questions that you have. With so many questions that are popping in our comments section today, and I want to encourage you, enter the website, access the pre-coaching video, and you will have the answers to all your questions. Thank you.
Wonderful. And it is just as easy as that. The website's displayed over here. You click on it and you see you have lots of information there which will answer your questions. And if you still have questions after that, we are here. Rudo, could you give us a final word to our viewers, please?
Okay, thank you. So it's simple, like everyone else, my colleagues have just said, what you will do if you want to know more about this business. It's simple, and don't worry, and don't be afraid if there's going to be a lot of work for you to do and a lot of thinking. There's nothing like that. There's a blueprint already that is laid out for you. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to plan anything. No business plans here that are being crafted from scratch. Everything is done for you in the background. So all you need to do is just bring in yourself, bring in your energy and your coachable mindset. You will find everything there laid out for you. You just come in, plug in and play. The first point of call is just for you to come and enter your name and email address on any of the links that you see here on the screen. Register there. You will receive an email with a link to watch a webinar. In this webinar, that's where you find all the information that will lead you to the next stage where you need to get access to get the pre-coaching videos. So do it, guys. Don't wait any longer. This is the time. If there is a time that you need to do something for yourself, today or now is the time. With everything that's happening around the world, companies are cutting down, they're downsizing. There is recession happening around the world. Recently, there's a Boeing company that's that's cutting its employees because of high cost of operations. And you never know, you may be the next person to be caught in this situation. So now is the time to build your plan B that has the potential to become even your main hustle. So do something for yourself. Do yourself a favor and look out for something that is going to help you in the future. Thank you so much. So register, guys, register your names and email address on these links that you see on the screen. You will get all the information that you need. All your answers will be answered. So we hope to see you soon on the inside. See you. Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I will also say bye at that point. We have had a great discussion. It is relevant to us. It is relevant to you all who are watching us. Let us go on with it. Thank you. Thank you, Rujeko. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Rudo. Let us meet next Saturday, same time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.